Hello everyone, my name is Hope Langan, and in this video I'll be walking you through my STEM Impact project. A project that began with a completely different idea and eventually evolved into something that could benefit international schools across Africa. I hope it will. So, I began with an idea that was deeply personal, a sign language translator. You see, I've known the quiet of unspoken voices. The idea was beautiful. But I soon realized the tools I had and the time I was given couldn't hold the weight of such a big dream. Well, not yet. Still, I didn't let go of purpose, so I asked myself, what can I build now with what I have that still carries impact? So that's how I found carbon. So you might ask yourself, why carbon? So carbon is invisible, yet it shapes everything. Our choices, our climate, our future. And yet in schools like mine, we almost never see it. So I made it my mission to make the invisible visible, to track and tell the story of our school's carbon footprint, one meal, one trip, one light switch at a time. So I broke my idea into 4 simple but including more categories: the intercultural trips, which I'll be talking about, school canteen meals, LPG gas, and electricity. The design wasn't just about numbers, it was just about listening to receipts, to menus, to bills, and translating them into a language the planet understands. Kilograms of CO2. You may ask yourself, how am I listening to these receipts? Well, everything has a song. So I started with flights. I looked up average emissions per route, like Nairobi to Watamu, and calculated based on staff and student travel. One round trip flight, over 1.5 tons of CO2. I was stunned. How much do you move and what follows us in the air? Next was the canteen, and oh, how much I learned just by looking at lunch. Beef, fish, chicken, and rice. I learned that a kilogram of lamb emits nearly 40 kilograms of CO2. Beef? 27 kilograms. Vegetables definitely much lower. So I listed each meal, broke down ingredients, and traced their carbon shadows, dish by dish, day by day. Food is culture, but also is carbon. Cooking fuels like LPG are easy to forget, but not for me. I tracked our gas usage, multiplied it by the emission factor, 2.983 kilograms of CO2 per kilogram of gas, and added it all to the total. Every flame leaves a footprint. Electricity felt simple until I saw the numbers. I collected data on kilowatt-hour usage, then calculated emissions using Kenya's grid emission factor, which is around 0.19 kilograms of CO2 per kilowatt. Every clean grids carry carbon. Lights, fridges, laptops, each of them part of the bigger picture. But it is good to know that even Kenya, the source of electricity is pretty much renewable. It wasn't always easy. Some receipts were missing. Some data didn't make sense. Some days I questioned whether this was even possible, but I kept going. I asked questions, I read reports, I made education assumptions when I had to. And slowly, the fog cleared. What I found wasn't perfection, it was a starting point. My greatest strength, I never let the numbers lose their meaning. I saw a planet behind every data point, and that made me careful and caring. But I also see my stumbles. Some calculations were estimates, some simplifications were necessary, but I always anchored them in reliable sources. What if this wasn't just a project? What if it became an app? A tool for international schools across Africa, and even maybe the world, to input their daily habits, see their footprint, and grow greener together. So that's my next dream, to turn this sample into a seed for something far-reaching and real. This wasn't just about carbon, it was about awakening, seeing the weight of our choices and still choosing better. This project made me stronger, not just in math or science, but in responsibility, resilience, and hope. If you're watching this, I hope you remember, change doesn't always start big. Sometimes it begins with one question, one spreadsheet, one student, with a heart full of purpose. Thank you.